I want to see some sort of Mewthree. It doesn't need to be that in name, but that is something that ties back to the very first rumors of these Pokemon. I would love to see a Mewthree at some point, and it could be something different. It could be Mew, just like how there's no Porygon 3.
There was a Mewthree. Do you know about this?
What?
There's a Mewthree
there was.
in the Pokemon musical stage show in New York. Is that right?
Oh,
Let me pull this up.
From the 90s or whatever, from the early 2000s. There was some kind of Pokemon musical stage show, and I believe it had Mewthree, and it was like a Mecha Mewtwo or something like that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and then I think also there's like one of the old like Pokemon, not Pokemon Adventures.
Yes,
you know what I'm
looking
gonna
at
say
that now. Yeah,
the Clefairy thing.
But it's not real. That's why
I know what you're talking about.
It
Toby,
wouldn't be
because I've
called
seen a picture.
Mewthree. It would be something else. But essentially, a version, another clone of Mew that is successful and maybe does something different and introduces something else.
When Mega Mewtwo Y was shown for the first time, we did not know it as Mega Mewtwo Y or a fourth evolution or what.
Mewthree.
We knew it as like Mewthree, and then I don't know. There's this also a Blaziken and also a Charizard. It was very strange.
Right. And there was this
that was fun.
type evolution, but it was actually Sylveon.
That was a lot of fun.
Technically, this is what I thought you were talking about, Toby. In the Terra League information, they called it Mewthree. They literally
Mewtwo
called no, I think maybe not. It was one of the megas. One of the megas, or really how it went down was it was just a name Mewthree, and everyone is assuming that Mewthree became the mega
Sure.
one.
Sure.
So it did exist at some point, at least in
so cool
in concept.
That's so cool.
I mean, they have to have asked the question, right? You're a company that's existed for 3 years or 30 years, excuse me, and you have to have these conversations, right? You have to at least wonder, should we do Mewthree?
An important reason into understanding as well, like Mewtwo's role within Kalos, is understanding that Kalos is. This is going to sound far fetched, but I want you to hear it for just a second. Kalos is a reimagining of Kanto in many ways. Not in all ways, but in many ways. Literally, the opening forest is Viridian Forest. You get given a Kanto starter once you reach the professor's lab. It's the Pokemon franchise's first step into 3D in their 6th generation. So they've just kind of passed that 5 point, which is our round numbers that we like as people. It's very loosey-goosey, but there was a feeling at the time that, it feels like Kalos here is just trying to like mimic Kanto, the Snorlax on the bridge and the Poker Flute. I'm sure there were other things in the game.
Mewtwo in the cave in the post-game.
Well, right, and then the Mewtwo cave in the post-game is like is that element to it,
The Kanto birds were like our sub-legends.
Presence. There was a lot there to sort of connect it to the world of Kanto. I'm not saying that they were Kanto remakes. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm just saying there was like some thematic through line there when it was.
I totally see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.